It wasn't that cool.
So it was a dark, stormy night, and this one time, I found the moth. I stepped on it, I walked away, came back, it had a knife. I ran away, and later that night...
He said it so sadly.
I ran away, and later that night, there's this weird anime girl that came in the shop, and I was like, this only means one thing. Mothmando.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like this only means one thing.
Titties.
I have to ask my parents to give me as much V-Bucks tomorrow.
So the anime girl came out, begged my parents. I'm gonna be scrubbing beneath the floors for an eternity.
And once they said yes,
but once they said yes,
I went to buy my V-Bucks, and the second I did, the item shop changed into
No.
Mothmando.
You're not letting me finish my story about the moth.
Mondo.
No, you're not letting me finish my story. Let me finish my story.
Mondo.
So, as Marco
Mondo.
rudely interrupted me, so let's just summarize. Moth had knife, came back to life, anime in shop.
Oh my god, this is rape. My man sounds like Edgar Allan Poe right now.
Anime in shop, big titties got a cop. Came back the next day. Instead of a girl, it was a guy. What is
So
it now?
it was just a gay guy who was trans.
Yeah, so now I need to go tell my parents that I spent $60 on a male anime girl. And then I walk out. I walk out in shame as I go to school, and what do I see? I see this weird black dot that's getting closer and closer. As it gets close enough for me to see, I notice. I notice it's actually Mothmando. He's grown a little bit since I saw him. When I saw him, he was only a couple inches. Now he's the size of a school bus, and he's holding a knife. So I run.
Wait, why was he holding a knife? Was he getting like cut apples?
No, he had a knife last time, remember?
But why?
Because that's just like his specialty. Like, you know how like Jason Voorhees has like a machete for no reason? That's like Mothmando.
Like, what does he use it for?
Chopping the fruits and vegetables for his wife. How weird is it that the moth has to use the kitchen for a kitchen?
Pretty weird.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. So anyways, I see Mothmando. He's holding a knife, like always. And then Rick and Morty come in. And I'm like, Rick and Morty, why are you here?
You sound like a girl who's making like a fanfic.
And they go, we're here because we heard about Mothmando. And I'm like, well, he's right there. And they're like, oh, I didn't see you there. Hi, I'm Arizona Smith. And then Arizona Smith came in, and he was like,
I can't fucking breathe.
So, anyways, Arizona Smith comes in and he's like, back in my day, I took pesty bugs to 3 times your size, and then Mothmando was like, yeah, but I have a knife. And then Arizona Smith was like, oh shit. The ones I fought didn't have a knife. I guess you can see where I'm going with this. So, Arizona Smith kind of Arizona split in 2. Mothman, you're maybe thinking, did Mothmando use the knife? No, his mind powers alone just split him in half. There were no longer Beano, Arizona Smith.
It was Rick and Morty.
Oh, so yeah, let me get back to that. Rick and Morty have just been watching this entire time. Then Rick's like, Morty, we need to go do something. And then he was like, I'm about to head out, and then Morty was like, okay.
Stop. My cheeks are hurting.
And then right before they left, Elmo came, and Elmo had a knife.
Oh.
So, right as Elmo came in, Rick was like, bye, bitch. And then they left, so I'm just sitting here, barbecue sauce on my titties, watching Mothmando fight Elmo. So this you might not know this, but Elmo has had years of training from Big Bird. Big Bird owns a local karate store. He sells karate.
The whole kick in the show is just the whole kick in the show is just Big Bird.
So turns out that because of Big Bird, Elmo was able to hone his inner martial artist. So he just master splintered the shit out of Mothmando. Now Mothmando's gone and he's dead. But we have one more problem. Or we have two problems. One, as Mothmando was dying, he evolved into just moth. And you want to know one thing about moths? Lamp.
They don't die.
So moth go big lamp in sky, burn up.
Oh.
Elmo go on murderous rampage, killing anything that is slightly colorful, including all the other races.
Wait, isn't he colorful?
He has never looked himself in the mirror before. No, listen. Wait, no. He killed everything that wasn't red. Therefore, the gingers were the only thing left. Now listen here. You might be.
Oh my God! It's all coming together.
You might be thinking, wait, why would you only kill anything that's red? Well, this one time, you know how I said you didn't look in the mirror? I would lie to you. Get the light on. He looked in the mirror once and he was like, I'm red. I'm the best. Therefore, he's Hitler. So Hitler wanted. As we go from that flashback and come back, Elmo has transformed. He's now wearing a hat and he has this weird, like, ugly mustache on him, and he's screaming stuff in German. So he's like Cuddle Me Elmo, but German edition. So he's running. So he's going around chopping people's legs off, going, Nein, Ufernacken, ich geschlossen. So anyways, yeah. Listen here. Big Bird comes from the big red ball of lamp in the sky, and he's like, I'm good. I like cheese. So he went and got some cheese, and then he went back up to the big red lamp in the sky. And so I looked and I was like, wait, wasn't he supposed to be the good guy? And then I look to my right and I see Chuck Norris.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, shit's about to go down. Instead of running away like a coward, I better pull out my camera. I'm about to Logan Paul this shit.
Bro, you're gonna be so rich off this.
I gotta put on my my alien hoodie now. So I get my alien cap on, and me being a novice, I dye my hair blonde while getting ready. So
Dude,
watching.
Like, we're all getting out of the camera while they're all fighting. You're like, wait, hold on.
Nah, yeah. So
you're like, wait, hold on, like, wait. This gotta dry for like 15 minutes. Now I gotta go into the shower with it. Can you like wait like 10 minutes for me, guys?
No. I just had like a spray can of like blonde. So anyways, I'm watching. I'm recording this for let's be copyright friendly. Xtube. No, you can't say. Don't say that. Don't say that network. Don't say that network. I'm not getting copyrighted. So anyways, I'm recording this for Xtube. You know, the place that bitch. And my favorite streaming platform is bitch. Now let me go on a side rant from the whole Chuck Norris versus Elmo to talk about bitch. And that's it. So, anyways,
Okay.
so that's why I started to stream on XTube. So, anyways, streaming this on XTube, I'm getting like 2 people watching me because the whole world is about to get crushed by the sheer power of Elmo and Chuck Norris.
And those 2 people are just putting like poggers in each other. Like,
yeah, they're screaming bitch emotes in XTube, and I'm like, bruh, this is an XTube stream, not a bitch stream. And they're like, oh yeah,
or bad.
poggers, and
Let's go back to Twitch.
You mean bitch? You can't say that other word.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry. Twix. Oh no, that's also copyright. Shit.
Shh.
Fixer.
Hey,
Fixer.
You wanna know what rhymes with Twitcher?
Moving.
So anyways, Chuck Norris and Elmo, they be fighting. So Elmo with his knife that I mentioned earlier, you know, he's doing like some CS:GO stuff. Like he's like juggling the knife in his hand, and he's getting so many. I noticed that he actually had a cool camo, and then in the middle of the fight, Nazi Hitler. I try my best to speak German to him. I go, "Hey you." And since I'm American, I don't know anything but English, so I just try and speak the most simple and incompetent voice ever. And imagine me doing like hand signs. Hey, you, Nazi man, what skin is that, and how much does it cost? And he goes, $9.99. And I go, good.
With tax?
Oh yeah, I go, with tax, and he goes, 9. So, imagine.
116.
So, Chuck Norris, he doesn't have any special weapons like Nazi Elmo does, or Mothmando, because Mothmando also had a knife, but then he died to the sun. So Chuck Norris.
Is this like season 2, by the way?
No, this is all
Like
the same day.
season 1?
This is the same day.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you thought this was something different. The Mothmando story started.
Like a year apart.
No, the Mothmando story started that night where he found him, and then he grew to the size of a bus the next day, and then that's where everything kicked off. I'm so like excited that you're getting invested in the lore of.
Go on, shut up! I don't care.
So Chuck Norris, being Chuck Norris, he goes Shimona, hee, and then he, like, I don't know, how am I gonna, so his arms get chopped off, and he's like, no, my kung fu arms, how am I supposed to kung fu now? I, the kung fu guy, can't kung fu. And then he was like, wait a moment, I have legs. And so right as he goes to jump, he gets his legs cut off, and he's like, I have no legs, that's like my #1 kung fu move. And he's like, how can I kung fu now? And he's like,
and
wait, there's this one there. Hey, stop interrupting. So anyways, this little paraplegic is thinking in his head, he's like, what can I do? I don't have any arms or legs. And he remembers the things that Big Bird taught him.
Wait, so Big Bird taught Elmo and Chuck Norris?
Yeah, they used to be martial arts partners.
You didn't tell me this before.
I know, because we just revealed this now. You don't spoil the entire movie in this. Yeah.
Well, you should have said that with like more enthusiasm, like, and then.
Listen, I haven't had my coffee. Listen. So. He remembered. I haven't had my coffee. Now let me go. So anyways, Chuck Norris remembers that the most important thing that Big Bird told him before Big Bird had to go to the big court for big molesting a small girl. So the one thing that
Big Bird deal.
the one thing that Big Bird taught me, or he taught me one thing that I knew was true, and the other thing
Wait,
I
is
think,
this in like the perspective of Chuck Norris?
yeah. So he's
That'd be
like,
very clear.
well, we're switching sides, we're switching perspectives. Right now we're at Chuck Norris.
okay.
So he goes back, flashback, to the first thing the first thing that Big Bird says is use your head. It's the best thing. And then the second thing he said before Big Bird went to big court because he small girl. The second thing that Big Bird said was, remember, always get close to your allies and get closer to your enemies. And I went, yo, Big Bird, you alright? And he's like, yeah, just about to go to big court. Just did it with a small girl. And I was like, oh, okay. So those are the two things I remembered. One, use your dick, and two, use your head.
What the fuck did you get?
So, oh, he's dead. Mothmando died.
Wait, so wouldn't it be just like the Big Bird story, like the Elmo story? Like
No, it's a single episode. Why can't you guys just wrap around?
Like nothing. Check.
Mothmando was an appetizer. Mothmando was an appetizer
Yeah,
for
so
the.
why would the appetizer be like the name of the whole meal would be called after the appetizer?
Yeah, because it misleads you.
That's legit like illegal though.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. So let me just continue. So flashback back to recent time. And Chuck Norris is like, okay, I may be a paraplegic.
Look how long this is compared to.
I may be a paraplegic, but I can still do this. So some flopping around like a magic carp, he flings himself to Nazi Elmo and starts both using his peen and bashing his head. Little does he know, Elmo's an animatronic.
Mika, don't break that.
Okay, Aaron, I don't want to just let me continue the story right now, okay?
You can't ask him questions.
No, okay, no, it's fine. Continue. We're gonna continue like nothing happened. So, hey, listen, hey, I'm like Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer. You need it. Okay, now that we've whispered the dogs. Anyways. So when Chuck Norris went to go throw his limbless
and the morning is just beginning. On the night.
Listen here, Scrub. I'm gonna need you to sit down.
It goes in with my song, right? Because that's how the song goes.
Jacob, do you want to play?
I can't right now, Aaron. I'm telling a really good story. So I need to continue my story.
Nico, keep that how it is.
So anyways, so Chuck Norris, he flinged himself and he was headbutting and then also pelvic thrusting Elmo. And then he realized Elmo is an animatronic. And you can't rape an animatronic. Nor can you really do much damage with your head. So, Nazi Elmo easily flicks away. Flicks away because one thing I didn't say earlier was that Nazi Elmo was bigger than Mothmando. So Nazi Elmo.
Mothmando was the size of a bus.
Yeah, and so Nazi Elmo, being a little Godzilla, just easily flicks away normal-sized Chuck Norris. As Chuck Norris is...
Wait, so who's a good guy here, Chuck Norris?
Let me finish the story, there's more.
There's gonna be a plot twist.
There is, and it's about to come, so you better shut your mouth. So listen.
Here's a plan for this.
As Elmo flicks Chuck Norris away because Elmo's so tall, Chuck Norris is flying through the sky, and then it's like this little anime cutscene where it's like, I've lost. There's nothing more I can do. I've failed my war, my country. I failed Master Big Bird, who went to big court with the small girl. I've failed everyone. And he's like, I accept my death. And then right before he hits the ground, he gets caught by someone. And keep in mind, this weird ginger is recording all this wearing a Logan Paul hat with Logan Paul hair on XTube. He watches this happen. So the person that caught paraplegic Chuck Norris.
Wait, a more important question. How's the Twitch chat during all of this?
There was no bitch chat. That's what I was saying. Bitch chat, there's no, he didn't stream on bitch chat. No, there is an XTube chat. There is an I told you only 2 people were watching.
Yeah, so what are they saying about this?
Nothing, they're just observers. They're not, that's not in the YouTube. Or XTube,
Yeah,
XTube,
YouTube,
XTube. No, no. Oh no.
The whole story's ruined now.
Okay, we broke the fourth wall. We can barely go on from now. The only thing that's saving the story is the plot twist I'm about to hint to your faces right now.
I already can call it. It's gonna be true Elmo.
No. You're already fighting Nazi Elmo. He's already converted. There's no other form of Elmo that is perfect. What? I already told you it was Nazi Elmo beforehand. You just decided not to laugh then. So anyways, the person to catch paraplegic Chuck Norris is none other than a technically classified paraplegic himself, Joe Swanson.
No, don't give me the flashback.
So Joe Swanson catches him in his like he catches him like he'd catch a football, but since he doesn't have legs, he kind of just like hugs him as he catches him because it's the only way he can like catch him. So Joe Swanson is like, hey bud, why couldn't you fight over there? And Chuck Norris goes, because look at me, I have no arms, I have no legs, and my penis didn't work. What am I supposed to do? And he goes, hey, look at me, I'm Joe Swanson, look at me, I have no legs, I'm paraplegic, ah. And he was like, you're right.
Right.
I need to grow some more. So what happened is Joe Swanson was like, here, here's a gun, shoot yourself, you're gonna revive yourself as a zebra and you're gonna kick the shit out of that Elmo. So, somehow, without any arms or legs, Chuck Norris picks up the gun with his teeth, flips the gun over with his teeth so the barrel is facing his mouth, and somehow has a long enough tongue to pull the trigger. And now Joe Swanson's like, now it's my turn. So, Joe Swanson, tricking Chuck Norris into killing himself, has now taken the fight versus Nazi Elmo. Yeah, no, you really think you get rezzed back up as a zebra or whatever? No.
There's Nazi Elmo with Big Bird going to the little court. I'm sorry if I
So
believe that
Joe Swanson is like, this isn't even 2% of my power. And now Joe Swanson here starts screaming, going, ah! And all of a sudden, his hair.
Why are you laughing at your own joke?
Stop. Let the story keep going. So, anyways, Joe Swanson's hair turns pink. His shirt turns white and blue. He grows a red ribbon, and his pants turn into a skirt, and he's got big bazingas. Joe Swanson is now an anime girl.
No.
So now with the power of 1,000 suns to fight Nazi Elmo, he easily floated over there on his wheelchair and just said a couple slurs to Nazi Elmo.
All these powers too, like all these amazing powers, but like he can't like become like uncrippled.
Oh yeah, no, that's impossible.
Oh, I see.
You thought it was just easy to regain your legs? What a dweeb.
Would go.
What?
So
Mika?
anyways, to end the story,
Oh God.
Anime Swanson, floating up on his wheelchair, face to face with Nazi Elmo, starts saying slurs towards Nazi Elmo that Nazi Elmo can't understand because Nazi Elmo speaks German man language. So German man language, Nazi man Elmo goes, "Hup," and then he explodes.
And that's episode 1.
Yeah, that is episode 1. And then there's fake Logan Paul is looking over, and
How do you know that's
he's
an
recording
explosion?
this. He's X-Tube Logan Paul. He's like impenetrable to anything.
I
Hate,
see. Makes
bullets, explosions, anything.
Makes sense.
Love, even. So after that's done, and like the last scene, like after credits, the last scene, Anime Swanson stares right at Logan Paul, and the Logan Paul goes, "No, I'm not with him. I'm not a blonde hair, blue eye. Look, I'm a ginger." And then he shakes off the like the dyed hair because it was shitty. And so then Anime Swanson goes, "Oh, so you're a ginger," and then evaporates him. No, that was Nazi Elmo.
For the ginger.
That was Nazi Elmo.
So why would the ginger say that?
I don't know, man, because he thought.
You're a really shitty screenwriter.
Hey, listen, I made this in like no time. It was all on the spot.
I really don't care.
So anyways, if you were to rate this on Yelp, how much would you rate it?
I don't know why we're rating movies on Yelp. I'd rate it. So I'd give you 7 out of a million.
7 out of a million? So a 7 out of 7. Perfect, thank you. Now, honestly, if anyone can animate this, like if this is at all animated, I will legit pay someone like $200 to animate. That would be like such a cool animation.
Well, you just make some money from a Fortnite tournament.
Yeah, no, I will legit. I don't even care if I'm taking money. I will pay someone $200 to animate that for me.
Like, even if it's shitty.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, of course, it needs to look cool.
Alright, so
Like, I'm not gonna give $200 to like a drawing.
iMovie real quick.
I mean, if you're able to successfully animate that, I will legit give you $200.